Come on. Hello. That one has been known to pick some eyes. My eyes, particularly, so. Gonna be trying these out today. Vitamin C plus caffeine eye mask patches, which I, now looking at how empty the box is, do not think that they were necessarily worth the money. But if having dark circles was a business, I would be the CEO. This is way more soupy than I thought it would be. A wink whip, a wink whip. That is extremely refreshing though. But while we are soothing one part of our face, we will be torturing another part. I got this little like wax melting thing. It's plugged in, so I can't like really, I'll take a supplemental video of the wax melting thing. And I found these wax beads, supposed to be for like sensitive skin. So I have been partaking in waxing my mustache lately, and it has been revolutionary. We're all just out here doing our best. It gets worse before it gets better, ladies. PCOS is a beesh. And then we use the tweezers for the eyebrows because I have tried to use the wax on the eyebrows and nearly lost one. Once it gets in the hair, it is not coming out unless the hair is with it. So that was a lesson I learned the hard way. And that's why this eyebrow has a chunk out of it. I guess I should have read the directions on these. It's always fun to see like all the little hairs, because most of them I didn't even see, but some of them you could definitely see. What you got, Grandma?
Yeah, no, I would.
Black plums?
Not right now. Let me see your shirt, though.
The donut squad.
Grandma, what advice do you have for the youth?
What advice for the youth?
Yeah.
Be honest and be nice to your mom and dad.
Okay. And what advice do you have for the olds?
Just be happy you get out of bed in the morning.
Keep moving so you can keep moving.
That's true.
Just keep swimming.
Can't get me buttoned.
Do you need help?
There.
Okay. All right, bit of a farmer's market haul. Got some cauliflower, raspberries, bananas, 2, count them, 2 marshmallows or bunches of green onion. 2 grapefruits. Peaches. I asked my grandma to give some advice, and it just spouted off some generic nonsense that was gonna help nobody. But then, when I wasn't filming, dropped an absolute gem of knowledge, disclosed that it had bedroom raisins, which was a little box of raisins that it keeps by its bed, and then it's like, I take a mouthful before bed, and it helps me poop. Now that is the kind of advice that the people need to know. Bedroom raisins. So, okay, so I did a thing. As many of you know, I've been having like just a lot of questions around nutrition, diet, and just stuff like that. I have been doing a lot of research. Like I've been reading books on what a menstrual cycle looks like, what hormones are doing what at what specific time in the menstrual cycle, how you can eat during your cycle to help the hormones that are at play. Along with, like, I'm 100 pages into this book, which is the Mind-Gut Connection. It's all about the microbiome and how much it affects you. Very interesting stuff. So, like, I'm doing research, but I still have, like, so many questions because I think I'm missing, like, the nuance, okay? I'm missing, like, for me specifically, what's gonna help, you know, just stuff like that. So I want to talk to a nutritionist, a dietitian. I'm not really sure what her credentials are, actually. But I've got questions. I figure what I could do that would probably benefit me is sitting here and writing down some questions for this lady so that I don't forget, because that's a thing. And I also figure in between writing down questions and stuff, I could do something with this horrendous mess of a desk. I can't just, for whatever reason, like pick up the brush and then like put it back where I found it. I have to like leave everything in a cluster jam. And that is what we're going to do right now. Beep, 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 beep. I don't think I snapped. Oh well. I always look like death on these Zoom calls. You're just nervous. You're just talking a bunch. Join. Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Sometimes it just takes a second.
Okay, no problem.
Good. So my name is Sarah. I'm one of the registered dietitians.
Okay, that wasn't so bad. She was so young looking. I don't know how well like the camera picked up any of that audio because it was kind of hard for me sitting right here to hear her. Just like internet connection or whatever else kind of sound like she was like in a tin can. So I'll just do a little recap. So I asked her about protein and she said to shoot for about 100 grams of protein a day, which before I was trying to get in 150 based on listening to like bodybuilders and stuff saying like about 1 gram of protein per ideal pound of body weight that you want to be at, which would for me be 150, which is, I've never really gotten close to hitting that. I've gotten close to 100 before, maybe 120 tops. She also said that it's really hard to get so much protein that you're doing damage to your kidneys. And also she said because I have PCOS, the higher protein I go, the better. I didn't really ask her too much about gluten-free. We kind of just skimmed over that. We're gonna do like check-in appointments every 2 weeks. I ordered a continuous glucose monitor, which I don't have diabetes. I'm not even pre-diabetic. I've never really had super high blood sugar. I've never had a doctor tell me like, oh, you need to watch out for this, which is kind of interesting considering that I am overweight. But anytime I've gotten lab work done, I guess my blood sugars have been pretty decent. It's just like another piece of the puzzle to give me data feedback. It's definitely extra, but I like data. I like connecting the dots. So it's all something that will really kind of just give me extra information that I could kind of geek out on and may keep me more interested in my health. I like things that are like quantifiable. And I'm really interested to do a lot of little experiments to see how my body reacts to certain things. But I think just like generally it'd be interesting to see like what my blood sugar is doing. Because even though like I'm not hitting those high ranges of someone who potentially has diabetes, what you want your blood sugar to be doing like as you're going throughout the day, as you're eating, you want it to kind of be like just little rolling with the homies, you know, instead of like a roller coaster. going up and down, dipping and bobbing and weaving, because that's where you start feeling like some adverse effects. But like I'm looking at it as like an investment in myself and my health. Just trying to like nail down the nutrition thing, I guess. And it would keep me accountable, because like, why would I want to eat like shit and then like have these appointments with her, and when I was like, I ate the Taco Bell. You know what I mean? She did mention cortisol. Like, she asked me how my stress levels were, and if you know me, I have like this baseline of stress just like from anxiety like all the time. So I'm kind of curious if that is like a huge contributor to weight loss being a little bit more sticky, like a little bit harder to just like get rid of. Because she mentioned that like even if you haven't eaten anything, if your cortisol spikes can bring your blood sugar up, which makes sense like at a biological standpoint, because like think about it, like when you're stressed, your body is gearing up for a physical threat, so it's like releasing sugar into the blood for you to be able to rise to that occasion, to like run away from the tiger that's chasing you. With modern stress, there's not really like a tiger in front of you. It could be like responding to an email or some dumb shit like that. I don't know, but I've gotten on like a whole ass thing when it came to like nutrition and trying to figure out how my body works. Like I've been trying to figure out my menstrual cycle and what hormones are at play and what helps what, and like there's like a hormone hierarchy where this hormone affects this one and this one overrides this one if this one's present, and it's like a whole ass thing that I don't completely understand yet. I have recently discovered that Chetty has been using my yoga mat as his personal scratching post. There are little bits of rubber all over this room and claw marks in the mat, so that's pretty annoying. But in other news, I am going to try to do a yoga workout. I mentioned maybe like a month ago that my elbow was having issues. I hyperextended it, and since I didn't like rest it properly or stop lifting weights, it kind of just got worse and worse and worse. So I decided to stop like all resistance training just to try to like rest it so I wouldn't exacerbate the issue further. But it was hurting to like do this motion, just, you know, rotation. I couldn't really hold like anything. Like I'd go to like grab a pan or something out of the cupboard, and it would just, this whole arm was just weak. Like it was just done. I don't know if I somehow pulled a muscle or sprained a tendon or a ligament or something, but it was just like not good. So for the past couple weeks, I have been just not doing anything as far as like resistance training and resting it, and it feels a little bit better. So I am going to see about some like gentle yoga. I would ideally like to take a class, because I think that's when I get like the most benefit from yoga, is in that classroom type setting with other people. And I don't know, it just feels like more connected, or I don't know, I just get more from it. Like I've mentioned before, like anytime I've gone to a physical yoga class, sometimes I'll like cry during Shavasana, which is weird, but it's like just a really beneficial like stress relief, I guess, or just relaxing and calm. And you know, typically those kinds of people that like do yoga are pretty chill anyway, so I think that might be like a good way to like supplement any kind of resistance training or whatever else. But I'm not to the point where I think my elbow is 100% where I would risk lifting weights, because even though like during the lift I try to be as controlled as possible and not really like put strain on it, I find myself like doing things like re-racking the weight. I would take the bar and like flick it up, like almost do like a hang clean, and then like push it on the rack. But I felt like a sharp pain when I did that, and that's when my elbow thing really got worse. So as much as it's disheartening to, you know, get injured and have to rest properly, you know, it's for the best ultimately. And then like after this heals, I think I'm gonna go like straight back to basics. I think I'm going to like really get the fundamentals down, because at some point I like lost confidence in my squat. Like it stopped feeling right, and I don't know like what I changed or what I did, you know. So I don't know, if I just really get down like the fundamentals and then get that muscle memory, because somewhere along the line I like stopped doing it correctly. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping and get into this yoga workout. Oh, by the way, I did put on my sensor. It came in the mail and it has to like calibrate for like 24 hours. So there's just like a little update on that. So that actually felt really good. I was afraid to put a lot of weight on my elbow, you know, in poses like downward dog where, you know, you're kind of holding yourself up. I was a little bit nervous, but I think like just the slow, controlled movements were good because I'm like really focusing on not hurting myself, I guess. So I didn't notice any pain at all. But then like in just like everyday life, if I like twist my elbow a certain way, I notice pain. So if I'm being mindful, it seems like it's fine. Plus, the stretching felt really good. I think I was kind of babying it a little bit too much. Like everything, it needs that balance, which I'm honestly shit at. But I think I got a good game plan. I'm excited about like next steps. And I just want to see how it goes. What in tarnation was that? That was weird. A flash. But anyways, I guess that's where I'll leave you this time. I just hope you're having a wonderful day. And other than that, I will see you on the next one. Bye!